Hello, hello, hello. It's Tutorial Thursday. How's everybody doing? Make sure I can be heard. We have the usual suspects here. So I'm going to shut my heater off because that's pretty loud. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good week so far. I did pull the paintings from last week that we did with the cup layering and the color palette that we had. So this was our flip cup with the coral reef. And then this was the dirty pour with the knockoff. And you can see the iridescent violet that the knockoff creates. They dried nice. So tonight, we are going to work on pearl pour paint mixing. And I'll probably do a small canvas to show you how well it works. And I'm going to try it with Mars Black, the gold bronze from Lucas, the iridescent copper from Pebeo, and I may put the blue quartz in. I'm not sure yet. So that's what we're mixing tonight and playing with. I'm here by myself. Alan's eating dinner. We had a late night. I was mixing paint all day, so my bad. I should have cooked dinner. So I just want to say welcome to everyone that just came in. And we'll get going here in a minute. So we will be needing my scale tonight. Now, if you've never mixed up the paint for a pearl pour, this is exactly the place you want to be. I do mine different than other people, but it works. I did change the amount of Floetrol that I use, though, because I think it's too much. So I'm cutting it back just a little bit. All right. I could probably, I was thinking I could turn you guys, but then the cord's going to be too tight. So we'll do it sideways again. Move this way. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. I tried. All right. So I like to use these containers from Dollar Tree. They hold about 4 cups of paint, so you have enough room to stir. So on my recipe, I use Floetrol, Artist Law Flow, Deco Art Satin Enamel, Liquitex Pouring Medium. Hi, Ellie. Ellie's cute today. She has her cherry shirt on. Ellen has just joined us.
Hello.
And she's going to start her barbecue. All right, here we go. 14 ounces of Floetrol. Of course, I poured too much. Well, we will make adjustments. So I can't put it back in. Let me pour it in a cup. I'm heavy-handed today because I'm mixing paint. So everything's like squeezing to get things out. So we will make adjustments. There we go, 14. And to that, I'm going to add 8 ounces of the Artist Loft Flow. This is soft body acrylic paint. So zero out, start fresh. Didn't realize how sore my hands were till I squeezed that bottle. And I still have 40 colors to go. Not really, though. So I'm going to give that just a gentle mix, just to get it incorporated in there. Yeah, I could have bribed. But I'm going to use it for the colors, so I didn't need to pour it back in there. But thank you for the suggestion. All right, so zero back out. I need 4 ounces of Deco Art Satin Enamel. I'm going to wipe that top off because I don't want any of those chunks to fall in there. I'm zeroed out. It's probably going to take all of this and then some.
I'm trying to be very, very quiet because she's nice and calm right now. But hello, everyone.
All right. That one's going to go in the garbage, so I'll set it there. Who's she after, Edward?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring that up to 4. Give that a little stir. Pull my stick. Okay, and the last thing we're going to add for right now is 2 ounces of Liquitex pouring medium. So this is your base mix before you add water. So you can see it's like pouring consistency right now. It's too thick for a pearl pour. But what I like to do is to divvy it in half. And I'll show you how to do that. Take a clean jug, zero out. So it's 1.2. So we have 1 pound, 12.4 ounces in there. I'm going to ignore the 0.4 because that was my issue. So we're going to take 14 ounces of this and put it in here. Because otherwise we won't have enough room for your water. But it also puts it into 2 containers for separate paintings. Okay. I'm going to cap this because I want to add water to it before I use it. And a little GAC 800, which we're going to add now to this one. I just give it a squirt because I don't want to like count by ounce. I just do it like a half a squirt there. All right. So now we're going to add water. Don't need this right now because everybody's paint is a different consistency. You live in Canada, yours might be different because of the temperatures. So we can't really go by ounces. But on the Floetrol and the other stuff, you can. So I'm just going to start with little bits at a time. So what we're looking for is the Dutch pour consistency that we learned 2 weeks ago, right? A little bit more. So you want this as thin as you can get it without terrifying or terrorizing that binder to where you have too much water and too much Floetrol. Because the Floetrol is not a binder. That little bit of Liquitex pouring medium is your binder in this. So you figure you have 6 ounces of doable paint in here out of the 14. Well, actually, no, 3 out of the 14. So you don't want to add a ton of water, but you have to get it thin enough. And I think we might be good. Let's see how close I can get it. Now you can't see the stick. Hang on. Hang on. No mound. Goes right back in. Okay. All right. That's for your base. Now let's work on colors. These are mixed just a little bit different. So I'm going to get some cups. So I have to use the little ones. And I am going to use, let's mix up all 4. We'll go from there. So I'm hoping I have enough room in this cup because we're going to do 1 ounce of paint. I think we'll be okay. All right, back to the scale. You can eyeball this. If you've been doing it a while, you kind of know what you're doing. I like to do a recipe. Now the black, of course, is going to be thicker than anything else, so this is going to take more water. So we'll do that one first. Oh, brand new tube. That's odd. All right, 1 ounce. there we are, 1 ounce. I'm going to use this size stick. Okay, and then to that, we're going to add a 1/2 ounce of Floetrol. So I'm going to go 0.5. All right, let's loosen it up. Any questions so far? No, Linda, it was in a drawer that I haven't touched. I usually use the Soho Black, Mars Black. It's just a tube I had in there. Brian, I'm using the Artist Loft Soft Body Acrylic Paint. And I'm using, I don't use the house paint anymore because I had too much cracking. Not cracking, but splitting, and I don't like that stretch split look. All right, so now I'm going to zero that out, and I'm just going to add a squirt of Liquitex pouring medium. There's my binder before I add the water. I don't know if I'll be able to get this thin enough in this little cup, but we'll try. Make sure you scrape your stick, your sides, your bottom. Get all that paint loosened up. All right, here we go. Little bits at a time. Oh, sorry, Brian. Yeah, I'm trying to watch the screen as much as I can. Alan bailed on me already. I think he's afraid the dog's going to bark. She's been a bad girl today. I'm going to keep adding till I get to that consistency that I was with the pearl base. I just slobbered. And I'm sure I will again. Okay, so I think I'm there. You're not going to be able to see it because it's black paint. There's no way I can show you. But it's the same consistency as the pearl. No mount, and it goes in. So I'll set that one aside, and we're going to work on some pretty colors now. And then we'll do a tester pour. And after I sign off with you guys, I'll do a painting that you'll see on Saturday. Because last week I didn't do a painting for Saturday. So I already didn't follow my schedule. 1 ounce. Okay, and then 1/2 ounce of Floetrol, which I already know there's a 1/2 in here from when we took it out of the other one. Maybe I need a little more. It's so close. It's probably good enough, but following my recipe. There we go. Okay, loosen up your paint. It's a beautiful iridescent copper from Pebeo. Pebeo. Never did find out how it's pronounced. Okay. Our squirt of Liquitex pouring medium. Now, if you notice, I'm not putting any GAC 800 in the colors. I'm not worried about them cracking. I'm more worried about the Pro Pour base. This one's thicker than the black. Good Lord. All right, let me scrape that. Start adding some water. You might end up with a super full cup of paint here. So my paintings from Monday night are all dry. My commission piece is a go. So now I have to decide if I want to talk her into resin or just varnish. I'll show them to you next Monday. I should have an answer by then. All right, I'm going to divide that into another cup because we'll be sitting here all night stirring. I'll use that on the video. And if I get this too thin, I can add it. You want to be careful with your metallics because they do look like they're still thick, but they're really not. It's just the mica floating, and it can be very deceiving. So if you pick up high enough to see that you don't have a mound, you should be okay. But I've had a few people request that I use more metallics in Pearl Pour so they can see if all metallics would work. But I am going to use the black because I do want some contrast. And I did not have a black metallic. Maybe just a touch. Pebeo. You know, I'm really good friends with the guy. When I go to the Jerry show, I always go to his booth and talk to him. Of course, he wasn't there this year. I could have just asked him. I think they say Pebeo. All right. I think we're good. I see no mound, and it's going down in. So that's that one. All right, here's one that's tricky, and I already know because I mix it all the time, and I love it in a Pearl Pour. And this is the Lucas Gold Bronze. It's a gorgeous color in a Pearl Pour. It's very antique-y and rich. You could almost use a ½ ounce of color, but then it depends how big of a piece you're doing too. I like to have extra because you never know if you're going to go in and add more color. And whatever you have left over, throw them on tiles. Pearl Pour tiles are pretty. All right. ½ ounce float draw. So Shelly just posted, we're going to start a sweetheart sale on Etsy February 1st for paints. 20% off on the 5-ounce jars only. That's why I'm mixing like a mad woman. But I want to make sure I have everything stocked up, because we usually sell a lot of paint when we do these 20% off sales. But it's my little treat for all my Valentines out there. Oops, I forgot my Liquitex pouring medium. That's because I was yapping. I will add that next. Okay, because I'm still pretty thick. But look how rich that color is. Isn't it beautiful? Just love it. And the funny thing is, I love the Craft Smart Gold too. It's a different kind of gold. For a craft paint, it's just crazy pretty. But I like their Seamus Pearl too. Super thick. Let's take it down some more. Ooh, that was a lot of water. I hope I'm safe. PBO. Pebio. I think I'm going to need another cup too, Bri. We'll see. Well, that's like when I first started my channel, I was an affiliate for Arteza, but everybody was saying Arteza, and I was like, no, it's Arteza. But I never corrected anybody. I was being polite. Now they all say it right. That one's still thick. Let's get a little more water. We might be able to make it with this cup. Get that down to the bottom. So now, Victoria, because you're here, if you can see the consistencies on these paints, that's where you want to be when you're Dutch pouring on your furniture. You don't want them thick. Oops, I went over the edge there. Okay, we're good. No mount. It's going right in. Made it, Brian. Should I mix up the blue too? Do you think we should throw a blue in there for just a pop of color? Because it is the blue quartz from Treasure Gold. Or do you have another color in mind? Yes, yeah, I think so too. Be a pretty pop of color. These little bottles are very expensive. Make sure you use coupons when you're buying this stuff. I don't buy them unless I have a coupon. Because it's just another craft paint, right? All right, we're zeroed out. Just take a dollop. I went 0.1 over. I don't want to waste it. Seriously? There. Okay. 1/2 ounce Floetrol. My stick. Loosen that up. So pretty. I like the amethyst too. Okay, our squirt of Liquitex pouring medium, aka binder. So when I used to make this recipe, I used to do 16 ounces of Floetrol. I just cut back 2 ounces on the Floetrol. I don't think you need that much. Your effects come from the water and the Deco Art satin enamel mixed with that Artist Loft Flow. If you don't use the Deco Art and you use the house paint, you may get more clouds than pearls. At least that's what happened to me. But I just don't like the way it stretches when it's drying. But you do you. You use whatever you're comfortable with or whatever you have on hand. Make it work, right? Okay. She's getting thin. I feel it. There are almost there. I see a tiny mound. One more little touch of water. We should be good. I'm not an artist that uses thick paint to begin with. I like everything flowing. So I'm never looking for a mound on a mound. I think you run into more problems when your paint's thick, but that's just my opinion. Especially drying. Oh, that mound is still just slightly there. All right, I think we're good. I just slobbered. That's better. We are going to have fun with these colors. I hope we get a decent little painting. All right, let me move this stuff and I'll grab a canvas and we're going to play. We're going to test it so you can see how the recipe works and you can decide for yourself if that's the recipe you'll be wanting to use. All right. Everything's out of the way. Bring my paints here. Still good. And right before you paint, check them again. Make sure they're not too thick. That copper may need a touch of water. Black still looks good. All right, let me grab a canvas. I'm just going to do a little 9 by 12. And I will bring you down so you can see it up close. So for those of you that follow me regularly, Hobby Lobby has boxes on sale this week. And today is free shipping, so you're going to get boxes. You can do that today. That's Mr. Ed. It's my little choir. We're adding to the choir. Here we go. When one barks, they all start barking. In the living room. I am out in the studio, which is also our 2-car garage. That's how my house echoes. All right. I probably should put some push pins in. She's not being good, is she?
Nope.
Why is she being so bad?
I don't know. You got her up too early.
I didn't get her up too early. I didn't get a butt dial phone call this morning, Shelly. Okay. Here we go. All right, let me give that a stir. Check my black. It's good. Check my copper. I got a spray bottle right here. One more. It's amazing how fast they thicken back up, these metallics. Okay, we're good on that one. Good on the gold. Good on the blue. All right, here we go. Doesn't matter where you put it because you're going to tilt most of it off. That's the one thing with pearl pours is you have to tilt, 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 tilt. You cannot leave paint on your canvas or you will get no pearls. You might get some on the edges and that's it. So it's a lot of hard tilting. A lot of 180 tilt. I just call it a hard tilt. As long as you see it still dripping on your pad, keep going. Bring it back. Because you're going to put your color on and you're going to tilt again. So if you're using a gallery wrap canvas, take your Artist Loft Flow and just paint your edges so that your cells going over the side don't look so faded out. All right. Let's try this with the black. I want a lot of blacks. I want to see if it'll make a difference with the outlines of the cells. All right. Gold does not sell out the greatest, but it's there for contrast. I think I'm going to go blue next because that's another one I just want peaks of that color coming through. And then the copper is what I really want on top. It's a lot of paint, but you know what? When you stretch it all out, you have to have it there because it's going to disappear. All right, let me just torch it real quick. Because we have bubbles. All right, let's tilt. Now remember, we have to tilt it off. So I like to do all 4 corners first, quickly, and then I'll do my stretching. of what I want to keep, and I don't care what I lose. I'm already starting to get some pearls. So you want to move fast so you don't get wonky. Oh, that runoff is pretty. Bring it this way and then down this towards me because I kind of like those layers. But if you start getting these little zigzags, don't worry, because it's going to totally change. So this takes about 15 minutes to about 45 minutes before you see the final result of a pearl pour. After 45, I don't think it changes too much more, but you can watch the pearls coming now. So let's just hang out and let that develop. If you have questions, we can answer those, or we can talk about something that's coming up. What do we got coming up? We got Brian's Toy Express collaboration starting Saturday at 2:15 on Brian's channel. I'm sure they've been posting links for that. Shelly just did. Doris, are you doing Saturday? I'm not using Liquitex gloss or matte. I'm using Liquitex pouring medium. Okay, so Doris is doing her live on Saturday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. So make sure you check her out. That'll be after all of the Saturday collabs. There's also a train of collabs on Sunday. And those links are all going to be listed under Brian's first video. Oh, gloss or matte varnish? I use gloss. Liquitex, yes. I do have a pearl pour tile here somewhere. I just saw it yesterday. Doesn't mean I'll find it. And I'll show you a pearl pour painting that is in my Etsy shop. So these make great little testers to make sure your pearls are going to work. And then this is the painting that I have in my Etsy shop. Nice big one. Love this painting. It's resined. It's got some beautiful gold in there too. I believe that's a Pebeo iridescent gold in that one. We're getting pearls. So this is the biggest thing with the metallics. And you saw how much color I use. I use a lot of color. I'm just testing for a bigger piece. If I use that much color on a bigger canvas, it's going to look totally different. But this is developing, and I am getting cells, pearl cells, in the metallic. So that's one of the tests I want to do. Not so much in the blue quartz, but I have a few in the gold, and I have several in the iridescent copper. But that blue is kind of cool because it's hazing out here. Now, you don't want to tilt this at any point now because your cells are developing. But what you can do, and I'll show you this little trick. Let's say you have an area that you're like, oh, I just wish I had a few pearls there. You can add them. So get a little cup. Put a little bit of your pearl pour base in there. I always use the bottom of skewer, or you can use a paintbrush, the bottom, the wood edge, and you can add them. These will get big. I guarantee you they will get big. I did a piece for Shelly, and I did this all along the edges, and they just kind of blossomed out. They were really pretty. That's how you can add. Now, they'll look like these after they develop. They're not going to be that stark white that you see right now. This will get another torch after it's done developing. But like down here, I can take the other end, my little skewer, and add some little ones here. Those should stay a little bit smaller. Add a few here for interest. But you can't do this with the color, though, because the color won't make any difference. But you can add color. And I'm sure you all watch Sarah Taylor, how she adds color in. This is just, I wanted a pearl pour that was a lot of color, just to show you that metallics do work, because a lot of people were telling me they were having problems getting their metallics to work. So I'm going to bring it down even more. So you can see how these get the halo around them. And that's how the color will change. Susan, you can start adding color. I would say 5 minutes in. Give it 5 minutes to start developing. If you do a pearl pour and you see a ton of white coming, I would wait because it's still going to come. So let it finish its thing and then go in and add like your gold lines and your, you know, like the blue. If, let's say if you wanted some blue through here. Let's say I wanted to add just a little bit of blue here. I can go in and do that. And it's not going to hurt it any. But also take note, when you're going in like that, if you're going all the way to the canvas, which you want to try to avoid, you are going to bring up white. So you may get a cloud effect on that line, and it may wash out all your color. So I think I'm going to add just a couple more dots here to finish out that line, but small ones. Give it some visual interest anyway. The next thing I'm going to show you is a little trick that we are going to start doing in our studio. So let me take this and put it away. Oh, wait, I got to find a place to put it. Oh, let's see. she's dry enough. And I will show this again on, I might do it, well, I may do it Monday, but I will definitely save it for next Thursday. That I added. Aren't they cute? Look. So just play with that recipe. Have fun with it. I'm sure you'll find lots of things to do with it. Nothing worth dipping, but I can save this paint. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to show you something new. Shelly already knows what it is, don't you, Shelly? I really miss my little dustpan. I don't know what happened to it. It was so nice for picking up paint. So now I have to use a scraper, which doesn't work the greatest. So now you could use this as one of your colors. It'd be like a cloud over paint. It'd be nice if Ellen was here holding my pad for me. You don't realize how much you miss somebody till they're not out here helping you, right? That's okay. You know what the worst part is? He's probably not even watching. He's just sitting in there playing a game. Typical male. Just kidding. All right. I'm going to fold this over because I want to show you our little trick. So you know how much I struggle with the whole bottle thing. How every time I empty a bottle, you guys are like, Ellen's going to be busy washing bottles. Not anymore. I got to grab a bottle. I'll be right back so I can show you. Okay, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. All right, so a lot of people may already do this, but I know a lot of people that don't do this. 3x12 Ziploc baggies. You could probably go 3x10 if you can find them. They're very hard to find specific sizes. But open your baggie up. I found an easier way to do this. No, that's not going to work. I don't have it sitting here, so I can't use it. But if you take something like a, wait a minute, I can't do this. Take your paintbrush, push your baggie down in. You want the bottom flat, that's all. Once you see it touching the bottom, take about 2 inches away from the top and cut that off. Open it up and pour your paint in there. The baby bottle liners are okay, but they're more expensive. You can get 100 of these on Amazon for less than 12 bucks. No more washing bottles. When you're done, even the rim is clean. Just pull it out and throw it away. So I did fill one here to show you. There's your paint. You will have to wash your cap. That's the only thing you're going to have to wash. But you won't have to try to scrub the paint off the sides of the walls And the 3-inch ones are pretty good size. You could probably go 4, but I wouldn't go 5. Now on this size here, you definitely have to go 5 because there's just too much of a gap. It's over 1 inch. So I ordered the 5s for these. And that's the wide mouth jar, the wide mouth bottles. These are great for your black and whites, so you don't have to mix as often. So that's a little pro tip. Save your time and don't have to scrub so many bottles out. And Shelly just posted the link, and I do have them in my Amazon shop. So make sure you click through there. It doesn't cost you anything to shop with me on Amazon, and I just earn a few pennies off your sales. So anytime you're shopping on Amazon, just go through my Amazon link, and I make a little bit of money off that. So if they do sell out and you can't find them, let me know, because I have another seller on Etsy that I found them on there at a decent price. But the struggle is real, guys. I ended up, when I was washing bottles last week, I ended up throwing away, I think, 12 bottles. Because when they get to this point and it's really stuck on there, especially up here, and you guys, if you've been watching me a while, you know that I was putting my finger in to clean, and you do get little cuts up here from the plastic. So mine are all going to be lined now. And I wanted to throw the bottles away. They're reusable. We've tried everything to get this paint out like this. Sometimes you can get lucky, fill it with hot water, and let it set. And like take your, like a paintbrush or something and start to loosen it, and it'll peel out. But not everything peels out. Yeah. So save yourself the hassle. Put a baggie in it, fill it up with paint, and you're good to go. I'm just curious, though, what happens when your paint gets low. I guess you could pull the baggie up higher and cut it off, but then your hands would be all painty. They are in my Amazon shop, Linda. Yep. So Shelly has posted the 3-inch and the 5-inch links. And if you can't find them, let me know. I will give you another source. But thanks so much for joining me tonight, guys. I really appreciate everyone showing up for our tutorial Thursday. If you have any questions that didn't get answered, don't hesitate to email me at ChristinaWelchArt@yahoo.com. Don't forget our paint sale is starting February 1st, which is next Tuesday, I believe. 20% off all paints on Etsy, $35 free shipping if you buy $35 worth. Saturday's the Brian's Toy Express. So exciting. So exciting. And we'll have a surprise for you on Monday night as well. And then Sunday is also the second half of that collaboration. I'm not in that collaboration, but I am helping Brian out by spreading the word. Get him some more orders for toys. And it'll be fun to watch what people do with his toys besides on our channel, huh? And Doris' channel as well. You don't see too many people use Brian's toys, so that'll be fun. And then we'll see you back here on Monday for a pretty cool giveaway. Right, Brian? All right, guys. Take care. I love you all, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye now.